All right, I am continuing to read Pharaoh, Module I3 for Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, first edition. We're going to be going into the temple now. So that's the section we're going to read. I have not read this, so I'm going in here blind. So we'll see how this goes. Temple Prologue. In the midst of the vast desert sands. Now this is after they've received the vision from Amun-Re and they come here. And I guess this is this here is this entrance here. I'm assuming this is on the bottom part. So I'm not exactly sure there, but let's see what the prologue says. In the midst of the vast desert sands, the last relic of a dead civilization stands before you. Surrounded by the broken foundations of a once mighty city, the Great Pyramid itself rises up from the sands, looking barely touched by time. It is 745 feet square at the base and rises to a height of 700 feet. The pyramid's four surfaces face the points of the compass. Surrounding the pyramid is a wall 5 feet wide. Why did I cross that out? 5 feet wide? I don't know. And 20 feet tall. Why in the world would I cross that out? Surrounding the pyramid is a wall 5 feet wide and 20 feet tall. Okay, no clue. A temple structure is attached to the south face of this wall. It is the only existing way through the pyramid's wall. Stairs lead up to a platform in front of the temple's entrance. And you can see that right there. I'll just kind of put that there so we can look at it. Okay. Stairs lead up to a platform in front of the temple's entrance. Behind the temple, running up the south face of the pyramid, a stairway rises 50 feet up to a platform and an opening into the pyramid. Okay. Clear enough, I guess. I guess. See player's map. Oh, are we doing the this thing? Okay, sure. Background: the tombs of the pharaohs were not just burial grounds. They were complex religious places that were used to change the dead pharaohs into gods. Temples such as this one were used in the sacred processes that readied the pharaohs for their trips to heaven and the next world. Random encounters. Check for random encounters once every 3 turns. A roll of a 1 or 2 on a d6. Jeez. Indicates that an encounter takes place. Well, that happens fairly regularly. So twice an hour, you've got a 1 in 3 chance of encountering something. Yeah, that's about right, I guess. I guess that's not too crazy. If an encounter is indicated, roll a 1d6 and use the corresponding encounter table from the random encounter tables. So you could run into 3 dwarves. Is it always 3 dwarves? See, that's kind of odd. And they have 4 hit die. Kind of a generic description there. Dervishes, 5 dervishes with 4 hit die again. 10 dervishes, 8 bandits with 1 hit die, 35 giant rats, and 3 dervishes. So dervishes are half the time you're going to encounter. These dervishes will be drunk 25% of the time. Okay, cute. Temple encounters. Fountain of Athos. So this is the thing right there, K1. A broken lime cement basin, 100 feet in diameter, with no apparent openings in the bottom, lies before you. The dried basin empties into a deep channel that cuts a path into the desert ground to the south. I don't know why I said read K2. Maybe there's something there. Lore: this is the Fountain of Athos. After the construction of the pyramid, irrigation water for the entire valley sprang from this source. It was originally filled by a teleport spell that moved an incredible volume of water from the pyramid to this spot. The spell was stopped by Amun-Re's curse. The spell will begin to function again when the curse is broken, teleporting water from the temple silos. See section 3, room L6, to this basin. The water will then flow into its original channel to the south. Okay. So K2, which I said to read, I gave myself a note. I'm not sure why. The temple's stone walls are worn by time, yet are still quite solid and sturdy. There are no windows in the temple walls and only one entrance behind a platform shaded by pillars. A staircase leads up to the platform. The temple's roof is capped by one large and two small domes. Again, I'm just looking at that map to try to get this in my head. Okay, kind of see it. Still, I wish there was a picture of the whole thing. That would be nice. The more art, the better, I think, for modules. But that's just me, I guess. Play. Monsters are on the entrance platform. On the platform, standing on either side of the arched entrance, are two Thune dervishes. Hit die 5. Hit points, what? 15, 5? Huh? Did they mean hit points 15? 5 doesn't make any sense. That would be kind of silly. And why do these guys have 5 hit dice versus the 4 hit die ones? Oh, these are Thune dervishes as opposed to just dervishes. Is that the difference? I don't know. They get 1 attack doing 1d8 plus 2. They're lawful neutral on guard duty. Oh, they're lawful neutral. Okay. They will verbally challenge anyone approaching to within 50 feet of the platform. The Thune dervishes will attack if the characters do not give an acceptable response, such as, we come to worship this temple. K3 of the supplicant. That would be this little section here. A shallow ramp corridor runs down from south to north some 20 feet between 2 sets of double doors. What's the point of saying that? There's nothing there. Okay, I don't understand why you bothered to say that. So let's go into K4, which is the room right here. All right. A high altar of Amun-Re. This 30-foot wide by 40-foot long room is lit by torches attached to the walls. The torches cast flickering light on the very decorative carved walls and high domed ceiling. Why did I cross this out? Maybe they fought him. I don't know. A dervish cleric, the holy Laseda, stands at an altar in front of a huge statue of Amun-Re. 5 other dervishes stand around him, casually studying the wall carvings. The holy Laseda is reading from a large white book with platinum fittings. All right, already I'm going... So let me make sure I understand this right. There's people standing out here, dervishes, just hanging out here all the time, waiting for what? Doing what? Why are they here? They're guarding or something? I'm confused why you're in the desert. There's nobody here. I'm a little confused why there'd be these guys out here hanging out. But okay. I wish they would tell me why they're here. That would make sense. Play. The players will immediately, same with this K4 thing. What's going on here? They're in this room that hasn't been, nobody's been, no one ever comes around here. It's not like there's traffic. You're in a desert where no one is. The players will immediately notice the monsters and will need to deal with them before the treasure or trap trick lore may be used whenever the characters... with the trap trick. Lore may be used whenever the characters inspect the wall carvings. Monster, the Holy Laseda. Hit die 5, hit points 28. Has a horseman's flail and a party of 5 dervishes. Okay, she can use spells at 5th level. Okay, I was going to say, she better have something. Command, Cure Light Wound, Sanctuary, No Alignment, Snake Charm, Spiritual Hammer, and Cause Blindness. Oh boy, that No Alignment. I think that's a dumb spell in the game. I've always thought No Alignment was dumb. Excuse me, these people are evil. I just cast No Alignment on them. They are evil. Oh, well, we should arrest them then since they're evil. What? It's just a dumb spell, in my opinion, and I don't understand the point of no alignment. We never bothered with it because it was dumb. Because that's the first thing we did when we played. We would walk around saying, "Yeah, I'm going to see if anyone's evil." I'm like, well, that's ridiculous. You're just going to know if someone's evil by casting no alignment? Character. The holy, I don't know what that is, Laseda, is attempting, with little success, to find some clue to the whereabouts of the dervish leader and his group that entered the pyramid and did not return. So she's in this room for who knows how long she's been in here. And she's, wait, what? Boy, this is not making much sense to me. Is attempting with little success to find some clue to the whereabouts of the dervish leader and his group that entered the pyramid and did not return. So I didn't even know a dervish leader entered here and did not return. Did I miss that? Did I read that in the beginning and maybe forgot it? She knows that they disappeared, but nothing more, and is having little luck with the book as the written form is strange to him. Oh, it's a guy. It sounds like a girl to me. His reactions are typically dervish, see monsters, creatures, and men, and under no circumstances will he knowingly release the book out of his hands. Treasure. The Tome of Amun-Re is the clearly legible title of the book, but the writing inside is of an old and outmolded form. The book is worth 3,000 gold pieces. See the Tome of Amun-Re section at the back of the module, text passages, and how to read them. Trap Trick, the statue of Amun-Re. Oh, that... We have the statue picture right here. And I guess that's the statue right there. The star. And I don't know is that an altar in front of it? The statue of Amun-Re is cut from stone different than that of the surrounding walls. The statue is a secret door which swings outward. Yes. I remember that. That is the secret door itself. How cute. So I'm guessing that's that, but I'm not quite sure because it looks kind of odd there, but okay. See, the statue's secret door swings outward into the room. Behind it is an area 10 feet wide, 20 feet deep with an arched ceiling 10 feet tall. This is the receiving end of a one-way teleport designed for the king's transfer of spirit into the stone. The area radiates magic, but entering it has no effect. Lore. Inspecting the wall carvings will show that a rune is often repeated in the carvings. There is a base 30% chance to read the writing, which translates as, though his spirit lies far from us in heaven westward, into this likeness does his spirit come, that he may commune with men. So the holy Laseda has not been able to determined this, has not found the secret door. Have they figured out what this is? Are they enemies of the party? Will they consider the party enemies? I'm left with a lot of head scratching right now as I'm reading this. I'm not impressed with what I'm reading. K5. Well, let's see, what's K5? All right, so K5 is right there. So you go, right, okay. This is a circular room, 40 feet in diameter. A large white marble altar stands at the west end of the room. Behind the altar, a large statue of a man carved from greenish stone glares down with jeweled eyes. Treasure. Up a little better. In each of the eyes of the statue, there is a small star ruby gem, a star gem, worth 1550 gold pieces. It is a fairly simple matter to cut the gems. Oh, is that this? Did they put that in the wrong place? Maybe that's not the secret door then. Anyway, yeah. It is a fairly simple matter to cut the gems out of the sockets. Right, so this is clearly in K5, that picture. That picture is not from K4. I should have read through this before I read this on camera, huh? to cut the gems out of the sockets, but the dervish considers such an act sacrilege to this holy place. Any dervish witnessing such an act will mark the characters removing the gems for blood quest. If no dervish is present, there is a 15% cumulative chance per turn that a wandering dervish will notice the gem's absence, and the dervishes are excellent trekkers. Case 6. Case 6 is that big area there. What, 20 by 40? Long neglected, this room gives off a slight herbal smell and appears empty. Well, that's really nice. And then we have, things would be empty. Not everything's going to have stuff in it. So now we're going to go over here to K7 with all of the little rooms, all the little alcoves. I don't know what you're going to call them. Priest quarters. Okay. Sure. This is an unlit corridor running north to south. The end of the corridor is lost in darkness. There are 10-foot square cells opening off to either side. Play. The corridor is 60 feet in length. There is a bunk of hardwood and a wooden blanket in each cell. The monsters are resting in the cells, unseen as the players enter the room. There is a base 70% chance that the Thunes in each cell are asleep. Okay, so the reason there are dervishes outside is because they're also inside this temple. So this temple is being operated by them, but I'm not quite sure for what. And why would that person be in that room trying to figure something out? I don't get it. Again, attempting to find some clue to the whereabouts of the dervish leader. And his group is that entered the pyramid and did not return. All right. Still confused, but okay, we'll keep going. 70% chance they're in each cell. They are asleep. Roll for surprise as the party approaches each cell. Each Thune dervish has treasure. Monsters scattered through the various cells. There are 27 dervishes with 4 hit die each. Yeah. Yeah, I see what the old geek said. Ye old geek said, this is silly. They say they have 4 hit die, but they only have single-digit hit points. That's ridiculous. So they're really first-level people, like normal people, 0-level people, first-level people, but they attack like a 4 hit die monster. You know, you could explain that. Instead of saying, yeah, they have 4 hit die and they have 2, 7, 1, and 2 hit points. 1, 2, 10, 2, 2, 2, 9, 1, 10, 1 hit point. That's ridiculous. And he said that was ridiculous, and I see why he said it. Treasure. Each dervish is carrying 10 to 40 copper pieces. Ooh, boy. Well, you know. Silver's hard to come by, let alone gold and electrum gold and platinum. High Priest Temple. All right, so now we are going to K8, and then we're going to go to K9, and we'll encounter Doctor Who's dog. Couldn't resist. You enter a small temple 30 feet across, east to west, and 20 feet deep, north to south. There is a door in the center of the south wall and another at the east end. I'm just checking here. So we've got a statue again. Oh, maybe that's this thing now. Maybe that's for this. I still am not sure. You got to mark these things better, man. There's a door in the center of the south wall, another at the east end of the north wall. Within this dark and smoky room, a dull red glow is visible from a pile of burning incense in the center of the room. Against the west wall stands yet another statue of Amun-Re, his hands forming an altar platform 5 feet above the floor. Prostrate on the ground in front of the statue is the assistant holy Laseda, the assistant one. Play. Players immediately see the monster. The monster is the assistant. 5 hit die. Wearing chainmail +2, because, you know, you got to give the party some magical armor. Why would they have chainmail +2? I find that a little odd. And so this guy doesn't, but the assistant has +2 chainmail? Huh? wait, that you're the assistant. The leader would have the +2 chainmail if you're going to give +2 chainmail out, which will fit perfectly anyone who wears it. He can use these spells at 5th level. Bless, detect evil, cause fear, no alignment, spiritual hammer, silence, and bestow. I would just get rid of no alignment altogether. It's a dumb spell. If I'm wrong about that and it's not a dumb spell, please explain to me how I'm wrong, because I would be curious to know. Exit of the Kings. The north side of this room is 30 feet across and the room is 20 feet deep to the south. Why again? Why am I crossing that out? I have no clue. Stairs lead out and upward from the east and west walls. Light falls through an open archway in the center of the north wall. Play. The northern archway leads to the courtyard between the tomb and its surrounding wall. A well-worn path leads straight from this doorway across the intervening 50 feet to the base of the pyramid. Here, a stairway leads to an opening 50 feet up the south face of the pyramid. So I'm guessing that's going to be going here. But who knows? And that's how it ends. And then we're going to go to, the plundered tomb. Well, we'll do that one next because I'm confused. And I'm going to try to read back on some of this stuff and see if I can find anything. I'll end this video now. And if I discover anything that I just simply misunderstood, I'll mention it in the next video, because how exactly do you get from this? This is, I assume, and they would all get here. It's not like the people in here wouldn't know about it. To that. So you're trying to find. Let's read it one more time. He is attempting, with little success, to find some clue to the whereabouts of the dervish leader and his group that entered the pyramid and did not return. All right. So help me, if going that way brings you to here and you enter the pyramid. If that's all you have to do, then these guys are morons. I hope that's not how you get in here if these guys can't figure it out. It's right in front of your bloody face. There's no secret doors. You're here, and all you got to do is go there. Please tell me that's not what happens. We'll see. I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.